Hi, my name is Michael Gilmore and I'm one of the founders of ParkLogic.com. I'm just going to take you through our client interface which we built on Salesforce.com platform. One of the reasons why we chose Salesforce is it's been used by the Fortune 500, it's scalable, robust, and more importantly for domainers it's secure. When you first log into the platform, you're immediately shown the dashboard which displays a lot of the information about your domains. For example, you can see it's here, there's the revenue line for this particular month, which is July. Then we have also the views. On the right hand side it shows you how your domain's been progressing across the last number of months. If we want to change and see the data for another month, we can do so with the drop down and choose, say, March 11th. And you'll see that very quickly that it displays the data before you. One of the things we tried to do was make sure everything is very quick in ParkLogic so it doesn't waste your time. You can also choose, say, click-through rate. And we can see what's happened with the click-through rate, or even take a look at the RPM performance. So this is the dashboard. Another part of the dashboard is it shows you the top 20 domains for that particular month. You can download a full list of domains, or as we'll soon see, there's other areas you can get information on your domains. So that's the very highest level, and that's from the dashboard. The next tab I'd like to take a look at is the one second from the left, which is Accounts. If we click on the Accounts tab, it will bring up information on this particular account and all your payment details, such as, do you have a current W8 or W9? One of the things that we find is very important is we display everything very transparently. You know exactly how much we earn on your domains and the work we do to be able to earn those earnings. So as an example, just here we have base earnings, our commission, and then the payment. In this area you can also update your bank account details, and we've also integrated a number of registrars into our platform so that you can control a lot of your registrar functionality for your domains through ParkLogic. So we've seen the dashboard, we've seen the account for your payments. Now let's take a look at a portfolio view. By clicking on the portfolio tab, it brings up a summary of your different portfolios available, displaying the number of domains, that projected annualized traffic and annualized revenue, and the percentage of the domains that it recommends based upon traffic you keep. If I click on one of those portfolios, we can then see what's inside of that and how that particular portfolio is actually performing. So looking at the charts here, we can see that the portfolio has been increasing across time, and once again we have our typical drop downs. We can very quickly view it on a daily basis, the revenue or any of the standard sort of metrics you'd like to expect to see in a domain management platform. Every one of these graphs and charts we can download a CSV or display the data, so then you can do further analysis, for instance in Microsoft Excel. Below the graphs there's an area here which is domain renewal recommendations, where you can actually set a series of business rules that will determine whether domains are recommended to be renewed or not. For instance, the first one is registration hurdle, which is 80%. So if a domain is projected to be making 80% of the registration cost for that particular domain, then you'd like to keep it. Or the traffic hurdle, which is the next one, is I want to keep a domain if it's doing at least 30 uniques per month, or roughly one per day. A baseline hurdle is it made money in the past, it's not making money now, but it'll make money in the future. And keep is these bunch of domains here, I want to keep them because they're really good brandable domains and they're worth money in their own right. On the right hand side, it shows the results of those rules. So we can see how many domains meet the various criteria. For 236 in this case, met the revenue hurdle, and so forth down through the list. It then provides you a summary of the financials, so that the gross revenue is $22,897 for this particular portfolio. If you go with the recommendations, your net revenue position will be $18,725. But on the other hand, if you go and re-register every single domain, you've got your registration costs and so forth, it'll be $15,898. And so it shows you there's a great big savings to be made. And there's some other information about performance and the domains that are particularly in this portfolio, and we can get a complete list of those domains. So let's go and take a look at a particular domain. But I'm going to choose one just here that we've already looked at in the past, flcourt.org. So if I click on flcourt, it will bring up the information on this particular domain. So once again, it's a very similar format to the portfolio. We have our standard sort of graphs, which we can download all the information for. And below that, it shows you the domain renewal recommendations, the fact this domain met the revenue hurdle and the traffic hurdle, so it's a good keeper. We have a domain health check. It shows you the gross revenue, what the projected registration costs, and the net revenue position would be. Has it been flagged as a trademark anywhere? What percentage of the traffic is monetizable? Because a lot of the traffic is quite often not monetizable at all. And a thing called the Domain Risk Index, which we'll go through in a future video. And where is the revenue coming from? The right-hand side, is it coming from Google, Yahoo, or direct sources? We then have all the registration data for this domain. What the name service is set, when it will expire, and so forth. One of the great things we built into ParkLogic was an ability for our customers to forward their domains. So rather than doing it through the registrar, you can actually use ParkLogic. So just here, you can set it to forward to a particular web address, and you can even set a start time, stop time, because some affiliate programs, for instance, only run a data center from 9 to 5. So you want to send the traffic from 9 to 5, where it will be monetized best, and then the rest of the time, say, just traditionally park the domain. We have an acquisition disposal history, which your accountant will love, so you can keep track of how much you bought domains for, how much you sold domains for, and then you get a report later on which relates to your capital value position changes. We even have sales areas, which keeps track of all your sales information, and even leasing if you happen to be leasing. The web view button allows you to view this particular domain at all the different monetization sources it's currently going to. For instance, across the top there's a number of tabs being displayed, and this is being pulled live, so it can show you, for instance, that this is a CEDO page, or in this case, this is what the domain looks like in a domain sponsor page. This is very important because if you have a potentially trademark infringing domain name, then you want to make sure that you're not infringing on someone's trademark by what the content of the page is being displayed. So if I just click the back button, there's a number of other items right down the bottom, which we'll go through in another video, but I might just finish here now, and then we'll tackle different other aspects of ParkLogic in subsequent videos. Thanks very much for your time.